All right, so the three of you leave the Matok Lodge. There's now an alligator in the river for some reason. And
Yeah,
you...
what's up with this fucking dead body, bro?
There's
What
a
are you
horse,
trying to
too.
tell us, bro?
I think somebody put people on all the bridges. I'm gonna go ahead and say, based on the color, that it's our good friend Chandler. Anyway,
Possibly.
and you guys make your way down to the south, where you are able to cross a very impressive-looking bridge, and you approach the governor's mansion. And the governor's mansion is a very large and impressive-looking building. It seems to be made of the finest stone masonry that you can get on this side of Faerun. All kinds of statues lining the balcony, like gargoyles, all kinds of fancy little things up there. And you can see that there is a small troop of guards that seem to be patrolling the grounds just outside of the entrance to the governor's mansion. And the three of you approach them, and one of the guards is going to kind of like step into your path in front of the gate to the mansion.
Is that blue guy?
And he's just looking at the three of you expectantly.
It's big.
He's just in the way.
Yeah, he just gets in the way and he gives you like the stink eye.
Excuse me, we're walking to the governor's mansion.
And who are you?
My name is Fontano, and I'm here on official business in regards to the parents of the dead girl.
I think we got. Did
Yes.
we get a writ or something?
Yeah.
He's gonna like narrow his eyes at you and go, I didn't hear anything about that. Is the governor expecting you?
I would imagine if he's cared for the people who visit his town at all, but I do have this, and I'll kind of flash the rolled up writ as a request for additional guarding of the troll, or orc rather, half orc.
And he reaches out and he takes it. He unrolls the little roll, and he looks it up and down. Wait here, I'll take this to my captain. He turns and walks into the grounds, and you see him walk off all the way to the mansion. He disappears inside, and an uncomfortable amount of time passes.
I spit.
Do you guys want to do anything while you wait?
Is there more guards outside?
There are a few, yeah.
Have we crossed the bridge yet?
Yeah, you're on the other side of the bridge. You're standing just outside the outer door to the governor's mansion.
Do I see any like holes in the basement, like that would indicate that it's like a jail cell?
Yeah, why don't you make a perception check?
Can I also try to eavesdrop on if they are saying anything?
Absolutely, yeah.
With a perception check, I'm assuming?
Perception.
Yes.
I will give my help action for you, Fantano.
Oh god.
I don't think that that's good, actually. Because my perception is not good.
Oof.
My perception's.
Oof.
Okay.
But if Jesse will allow you to help me, I will help. I mean, I will take
I mean, he's proficient. He can help you.
Or I could just do it myself. I guess
Yeah, do that.
You could make your own roll, yeah. That's also an option.
Oh, I forgot to roll my own die. Whatever.
Hey!
All right, dirty 20 is good. Alphonse, you take a quick look at the building, and you get a little bit distracted by the nice looking architecture. You don't really see anything like what you're looking for. No prison bars or anything. Meanwhile, Aramir, you're having a good listen, trying to see if you overhear anything. And as you strain your elf ears, you do indeed hear in the distance. You think you hear the sound of two people arguing, but at this distance, it's almost impossible to make out what they're saying.
I hear that coming from inside of the mansion, or?
Yeah, it's coming from through the inner doorway where you saw the guard walk inside.
I relay that to Fantano. Sounds like they're arguing in there.
Like two guys.
I can't make it out what they're arguing about, though. Probably us.
I suppose.
What
More
would
than
there
likely.
be to argue about? I mean,
Well, we should probably come up with
Well,
something really quick. If they...
Maybe the governor is has his pride hurt that the visiting
Ah.
family feels like their guard is not sustainable enough.
That makes
Or
sense. Yeah.
the governor's in on it, and he's trying to cover it up.
Seems like a leap, but we could follow that if you want, Pons.
So, are you
As you're
saying that?
considering all of these possibilities and discussing amongst yourselves, the doors fly open. And out walks not one, but three people. You see the original guard that you handed your letter to. And in front of him is what appears to be a female shield dwarf, clad in half plate. She's wearing a tabard that matches the insignia of the rest of the town guards you've seen throughout town. She has a large battle axe slung over her shoulder. And next to her, you see a very tall-looking elf who's wearing sleek black leather. And he walks alongside her. And the three of them walk up to all of you. The dwarf steps forward. Goes, "What's the meaning of this? You lot were sent to talk to the orc."
Well, not necessarily talk to the orc, just make sure that nothing nefarious happens before the family of the murdered girl gets a chance to see him, executed.
"He's under lock and key, and my men are watching him. We don't need any additional help from the likes of you. I don't even know who you are."
Well, I mean, you didn't give us a chance to introduce ourselves before you started asking questions. My name is Fontano. This is Alphonse and Aramir.
"I don't give a donkey's ass who you are."
Listen, nothing against you guys. We were just hired to do a specific task. Now you're gonna either let us in or you're not. But if you're not, I would like, at least to understand why.
"Because I don't like the implication that my men can't handle the job."
This isn't about
I don't
whether
think
or not
it's-
your men can handle the job or not. It's just about the
It's a
well-being,
peace of mind thing.
peace of mind for our clients.
Yeah, I mean, surely you are familiar with how people with money, are skeptical of everything. To Alphonse and Aramir's point, this is just peace of mind. Hey, listen, this is an easy paycheck for us three, okay? We just stand there. We're not gonna interfere with anything. That's all.
Can I
Just
Persuasion check.
an added set of eyes.
Get a persuasion roll on this.
I feel like there's gotta be an advantage. The whole crew is pitching in.
I'd like to insight at some point, but I can't pinpoint it.
23.
Nice.
23 is pretty good. You see the expression on the dwarf's face soften a little bit. It seems your justification that you're just looking for an easy paycheck seems to resonate with her somehow. She goes, "Oh, very well. I suppose if it'll appease those parents. Can't hurt to have an extra couple sets of eyes, but I want to know more about you first. My name's Captain Lyra Ironheart. I'm in charge of the guard here. Who are you? Where do you come from?"
Well, I'm the the grandson of the great Rayburn Fincarian. You may have heard of him. He's a great dragon slayer. We hail from Baldur's Gate.
My name's Alphonse from Greenest back that way. I'm just trying to, get an honest pay.
And my name is Fontano. I come from Oakrest, just outside of Greenest. If you can even call it Oakrest, by the sounds of it, it's been taken over by a gang of bastards. But yeah, I'm just trying to make a living in this world down.
Very well. As I said, I'm Captain Lyra. This here is Darius Ravenshadow. He's the lead investigator.
Nice to meet you, Raven Shadow. Been
He
quite
gives
busy
a nod
lately.
and a slight bow, and he goes, "Indeed, gentlemen. I assure you, my investigation regarding the young dwarf Gavor has been quite comprehensive, and I just want to ensure before you go down to see him, that there are no complications in your stay with him. You see, the boy is quite insistent that he's innocent.
Oh, why would he feel that way? Clearly he did it, right?
Clearly, indeed.
Can you
I
define? Can you define for us your version of no complications so that we can align on what your expectations are?
I've read your missive from the parents of the deceased, and all I ask is that you refrain from interacting with young Gavor any more than is necessary. He may attempt to speak to you, but I see no need for you to interact with him directly. I respect the parents' need for peace of mind, but there does not need to be any more, let us say, rattling of the shackles.
Darius killed her.
Yeah, I definitely, when he said it was like quite comprehensive and all that bullshit, I definitely want to insight check.
Sure.
him.
Thank you.
I would like to insight as well, if possible.
Yes, let's fucking
Hell
go.
yeah, boys.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
bad, not good.
Aramir, you think this guy's a master detective and he knows exactly what he's talking about. Meanwhile, Alphonse, this guy, you don't like the way that he's rubbing you. He's looking down his nose at you guys.
Mhm.
The way he carries himself, you don't think that he's seen much combat or action at all. He's carrying himself more like a noble at a ball than he is any kind of like spy or investigator, and he just seems kind of haughty-taughty, and you don't like his attitude.
Right.
So did you catch him red-handed, Raven Shadow? You caught him over the body or something? What happened?
I may as well have. He's a classical example of the half-orc species. Can't control his rage, his lust, his urges. I'm sure there was some sort of perverse motivation that drove
Yeah,
the
of
boy to
course.
madness. It was only a matter of time, really.
1920s?
Sounds a little bit racist.
Just a little bit.
But
Is this guy wearing a
suppose-
zoot suit? Like,
I suppose I have not come across many half orcs myself, so I guess that sounds terrible.
Yeah, listen, I am not interested. I barely even want to go down there and talk to the guy. Just, yeah, if we could just, get the job over with. I don't. Again, I definitely
Here for a
understand where you're
paycheck,
coming
sure.
from.
But
Sir.
of course, I understand. Captain, may I escort these fine gentlemen down to the cells and give them the run of the investigation? I'm sure they're most curious about the details. And Lyra, with your 19, Alphonse, you notice that Lyra seems a little uncomfortable with the situation as well, and the looks that she's giving Darius don't seem to be very admiring.
Okay, cool.
She seems a little dismissive of him. She doesn't seem to like him very
All right,
much.
awesome. I like that.
But without the 19, you probably wouldn't have noticed that. She goes, "Of course, Darius. I'll let you take it from there. I need to get back to my duties." And she nods to the three of you. "A pleasure to meet all of you." She turns with her guard and she walks away. Darius gestures for you to follow him into the mansion.
I will do that.
Absolutely, Darius, lead the way. It'll be quite an honor to see the work that you've done, as I am quite the curious individual on this matter as well.
But of course. And he starts walking, and he has a very refined gait. His steps are very careful. His posture is impeccable. And as he walks through the mansion, he begins to relay the details of his investigation. And of course, as soon as I heard of the incident, I began to interview all of the different residents and guests and employees of the lodge, and anybody, of course, that knew the boy throughout town. Several eyewitness accounts say that the boy spent quite a bit of time ogling the girl ever since she came to town. Indeed, the parents even filed a complaint with the proprietor of the lodge before the incident occurred. Would you believe that?
And the
wow.
proprietor of the lodge did nothing to interfere or in send the man off, the half orc
Well,
off at all.
If the proprietor is to be believed, she spoke to the boy, and the boy promised that he would keep to himself and wouldn't bother the girl. But we can all see how that turned out, can't we? Can't trust those half-orcs at
Certainly
their
a
word. I don't know
problem.
what she was thinking.
Now, you mentioned that you were talking to a bunch of people here. Are you from here?
Oh, indeed. Well, I'm not necessarily from here per se, but when the governor himself was appointed, he brought me with him as part of his retinue. I've served Governor Ealdric for a very long, long time now.
And what does the governor think of all this?
The governor needn't concern himself with something as petty as a murder investigation in his town. He's a very important man, and he has many important administrative tasks that require his attention. That's why he trusts myself to take care of such things for him.
Oh, okay. So you're like second command pretty much right here.
Well, when it comes to investigating crimes and ensuring that there is no corruption and that all of the members of the town and owners of the businesses keep up to date with their taxes and rents, that all falls under my purview.
So not only lead investigator, but you're head administrator as well?
What is that
You
called?
could say that. I'm more of an auditor, you could say.
Do you spend more time auditing or investigating? Do you
Well,
often have to investigate
Yeah,
murders?
is this the
or...
first time this happened?
Thankfully, I don't often have to investigate violent crimes. This is a wealthy town, and for the most part, the residents are well-behaved and as refined as peasants can be. And he makes a little face when he says that. But every now and then, the occasional theft needs to be dealt with, but I dare say it's been many years since we've had such a brutal crime as this murder.
Wow.
And your eyes are the only eyes that have set on the investigation of this murder, or is there somebody to collaborate and check your work?
Well, several of Captain Lyra's guards assisted me in some of the busy work involved in the investigation, but as I said before, Governor Ealdric trusts me to take care of this investigation in the way that I best see fit.
So you stand as the judge, jury, and executioner then at that point?
Oh, of course not. I brought my full report to the governor, and the writ of execution and the conviction were both signed by his hand.
And I'm sure he took his due diligence to check over that report.
But of course he did.
What about the girl? You know anything about the girl?
The victim?
Yeah.
Yes, Sylvia Hollowthorn was her name. By all accounts, intelligent, beautiful, heir of her family. Such a promising girl. Stolen away during a vacation. Truly a tragic,
Did you meet her before
tragic
she
event.
died?
I did not have the pleasure, unfortunately.
Now, is there anything significant, pardon my ignorance here, but is there anything significant about the Hollowthorn family?
Well, they're a quite wealthy family. Village that they hail from.
Which village is that?
They are from the village of Eloria, which they actually told you about.
Oh,
last
right,
time you
they
spoke to
did.
them.
Yeah, they did.
And they told you that they are basically considered like the barons of the village. They are like the minor nobility that is in control of the whole town. For instance.
Yeah, that was like the Elvish town or something, right? Primarily Elvish people live there.
It's an elvish village in the forest.
Do we know which
so-
forest?
It is to the north of here.
And this guy is Elvish.
He appears to either be an elf or a half-elf. Hard for you to tell.
Are you quite familiar with Loria?
Oh, I've never been myself. As I said, I've been a part of the governor's retinue since before he was appointed to this town. Before that, he served as an administrator back in the town of Eltuero.
You said El Turo?
Now, somebody mentioned that she was found in the river. Is that right?
Oh, yes, he was. I performed the autopsy myself. Very tragic.
Wow. Now, did it?
Do you know who
there's like, she probably maybe ended up at a specific part of the river, but maybe she was there like a spot where she might have been murdered and dumped in the river, or?
Well, I assume that the murder took place somewhere around the lodge, which is near the waterfall that feeds the river that runs through the town. Her body was discovered washed up on shore just near one of the southern bridges, and it appeared she had been in the water for some time. Therefore, I surmised that she was killed up by the waterfall.
Was it one of the full-time residences that found her corpse?
Indeed. One of the citizens of the town found the corpse and reported it to the town guard, who brought it to the attention of Captain Lyra and myself.
It's all good detective work for sure.
He nods, as if that was the wisest thing ever said.
Now, was there specific, clearly, she was probably maybe, bloated from being in the river for so long. Was there any marks of strangulation or, weapons used?
Forced trauma.
Oh, well, if we're being frank, I don't have much in the way of medical training per se, but I believe that the girl drowned. That is my assessment. The body is still in the cold cellar below the manse, awaiting transportation back to the girl's village for burial.
So there was no signs of slashes or cuts or...
Well, of course, I did see some signs of blunt force trauma, but impossible for me to know if it happened before or after death. I do not know.
So you don't have a weapon that would also tie to the murderer?
Well, no. I suppose not.
I mean, if she was drowned, he's an orc. Come on, let's be honest, right?
Indeed, the brute's hands themselves must have been the weapons.
Exactly.
Was the blunt force trauma in the shape of a hand? Like, if I were to punch Alphonse here, it would surely leave some type of a hand mark, a bruise of my knuckles.
Why don't you make a persuasion check when you say that? As Darius seems a little contemplative as you ask that question.
24.
With a 24, when you ask that, he kind of comes to a stop a little bit, and he kind of strokes his chin, and he looks over the three of you and goes, "By chance, do any of you have any sort of medical expertise?"
I have a little bit.
I think 6 Eyes could take a look at it and see if we could surmise something together. We tend to work best when we're helping each other along the way.
Clearly, you know what you're talking about, but if you wanted to, peer-to-peer, discuss this, I would love to.
He looks back and forth and goes, "Well, between you and me, once this whole case is settled and the suspect is executed, there will be a report sent to the Regional Office of Justice in El Terrell, and, well, if my report had a complete autopsy record in it, it would look slightly more prestigious for me.
Oh, yeah.
If you are willing to help, perhaps we could take a pit stop on the way down to the dungeon."
I don't think that we would have any objections to that. Off the record, of course.
Of course, you three seem like a trustworthy group. I see why the parents hired you now. I think that you would be ideal to help with this.
Aramir, any objections?
No objections from me.
Very good.
Please,
very good.
lead the way.
Follow me. And he veers off from the path that he was taking you. And you guys head off towards the cold cellar instead of the holding cells. And he has some credentials that he presents to some of Lyra's guards that are kind of guarding this specific part of the cold cellar. And you walk into a room that you can tell is ordinarily probably used for storing meats and other things that need to be refrigerated, normally for use in the kitchens. But it's been completely cleared out, and there is a table, and there appears to be a cloth pulled over something underneath it lying on the table, presumably the corpse of the murdered girl. He gestures for all of you to enter the room.
All right. take a look at
I
this.
will enter.
Walk in. Yeah.
Please, please. Do you need anything for the investigation?
How's the light down here?
There appears to be several medium-sized lanterns lighting the room that he has turned on for you.
Right.
I think we need anything. Yeah, just take the sheet off, I guess.
Is there
you walk
magnifying
up-
glasses in this world?
There are, yeah. So you could ask for that, but Aramir walks over, and you pull down the sheet, Aramir, and underneath you guys see the slightly decomposed body of a teenaged elven girl, long blonde hair. Her pale skin is turned a ghastly shade of blue and slightly green with a little bit of decomposition. You can see her clothes are tattered and torn. Indeed, as Darius said, you can see that there is some bruising on her exposed skin where you can see it. And the body is in pretty rough shape. To find out more, you'd have to perform an examination.
Aramir will hear Fantano dry heave a little bit.
It's
Do
your
you need a minute
constitution.
outside, Fantano?
No.
I'll do an examination of the body.
All right, it's going to be a medicine check.
How's your medicine there? Oh,
It's a 6.
Not good.
Uh,
yeah.
Anybody helping him, or
I would definitely help him.
are you
Oh,
proficient in medicine?
I'm not proficient in it, no.
Then you can't.
I
help
gotta.
him.
Fantano, I'm assuming from that gag that you're not proficient in medicine.
Am I allowed to
No,
like make my own
but
medicine check?
After you're done, I'll take a run through as well, just to
I
have.
could
the
I could
six
burn an
eyes.
inspiration, maybe.
Oh yeah, I do have inspiration.
Might be useful to do that here.
Yeah, certainly 6 is not ideal.
Yeah, I'll burn it. I'll try it.
Okay,
Gotta do better than 6.
12.
a little better.
Better.
You guys could make individual rolls if you like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Ah, fucking.
Fuck.
Well, 12 is the best.
Can I take a look at one thing here really quick? Give me just 1 second to read this.
Features, traits, eyes of the
Does this count as an ability check?
It's a skill check. I think.
So
No, is it an ability? I think it is an ability check, isn't it?
so here's what
It's
this
intelligence medicine.
So it's Psychonic Power, Psi Bolstered Knack. So if you fail an ability check using a skill or tool with oh, never mind, I don't have proficiency on it anyways. So yeah, that's me roll, boy.
All right, so the three of you take a look at the body, and none of you really have any experience with performing any kind of autopsies or medical procedures whatsoever. And so to you, it mostly just looks like a corpse. Aramir, you made the best roll, and so you look it over, and you're fairly certain that the bruising wasn't caused by a pair of hands. It doesn't look like she was grabbed or anything like that. And you don't notice any kind of like blow to the head. There's definitely no like stab marks or cuts or anything like that. You definitely notice some bruising around the face and the neck, the arms, the legs. Just looks like she took an absolute like battering as she was washed down the river. And it's kind of hard for you to tell what exactly killed her.
Okay.
Would
probably
I
just,
be
like-
able to kind of notice some of that stuff too, since I only rolled one less than?
Yeah, Fantano would notice most of that too.
Probably
But
just confirm it
Alphonse,
with you.
you'd probably be pretty sure that she died of drowning.
Seeing as I'm not very good at this, I'd probably like be pointing it out to you, and you'd be concurring with it or something like that.
Do you have a ledger? Did you keep a ledger of what your findings were there?
Oh, of course. It's all in my initial report. I was hoping to amend it with your additional information.
Can we take a look at that?
Yeah. The other
I
the other
suppose.
thing the other thing that we probably should have mentioned to Lyra actually as well is we do have a couple of other companions who will be swapping out with us, and we could of course have them take a look at this as well to have an additional set of eyes on it. We do have one companion that is a little bit more medical insightful than us. We're kind of proficient in other ways.
Very well. If you think that this other companion of yours would be more apt to the task, I am certainly willing to be patient.
This isn't our area of expertise, unfortunately.
Oh, that's quite all right. Even myself does not have expertise in this particular area.
It's sad when this happens in a town like this.
He nods and he gestures. Please cover the body so that we can move
Yes, of course. I had a question actually. While I'm covering the body, did Gavor the orc have any kind of alibi or anything like that? He was spouting off or something.
He said he was cleaning the lodge that night.
Hard to corroborate unless he's seen, I guess. Did any of the...
Fortunately, the only witness that could corroborate that was that old woman in the lodge, but she is non-responsive to any questions.
Yeah, I noticed that. She's a little bit kooky.
He waves a hand dismissively. I care not for her.
Yes.
Can I...
Shall we move on, gentlemen?
Yeah.
He leads you out of the cold storage and back on track, and you guys head towards the dungeon cells. And he once again shows some credentials to another guard who's guarding the prison, and he pulls out a key that he has, and he unlocks the door, swings it open, gestures for you to walk down.
I'll cautiously walk down. What if we need to leave? I don't intend to be locked in there with a almost convicted criminal forever.
Rest assured, he is behind his own locked cell door, and there will be a guard outside of this door at any time. If you need to leave, merely knock, and they will open it for you.
Perfect. I will proceed less cautiously then.
Thank you, Darius.
Of course. As I said, please do try to limit your interaction with the prisoner. He can get quite excitable, and we don't need any additional complications. Is there any other questions or anything else you need from me before I leave you, gentlemen?
Deck of cards, maybe? I don't know.
That
It's gonna be a
ledger
long night.
that you mentioned. Take a look over your case notes.
Sure, I can have a copy of my report brought to you. I'd be happy to do that.
Perfect.
It might take an hour or so for a scribe to copy it down for you.
No worries, no worries. We're
I
gonna be here
feel
for a
like
while.
we'll have plenty of time anyways. Yeah, the only other thing would be to allow the other part of our group to take a look as well.
But of course, please give me a record of their names, and I will speak to Lyra and ensure that they are given access to the manse.
Leon, Tom, I guess Steve will be with them too. Fucking Steve.
Very good.
Put
If you
his
have
name
need
on-
of anything, gentlemen, you need only call. And he gives you a little bow. I bid you adieu. He walks away. And you guys can descend down into the prison cells.
Oh, just like
Descend,
that.
I will. Descend into madness.
The three of you walk down, and there's only one cell that seems to be occupied at this time, down the end. And you can see sitting inside, there is a large half-orc.
Jesus Christ.
He sits at the cell door, and he's just kind of staring out dejectedly. He looks up at the three of you as you walk in. He doesn't say anything to you, but he's just looking at you. He has a single candle inside of his cell, and the only other light comes from a window on the far side of his cell that is just a small slit up at the top.
What I was expecting it to look like.
Yeah, I assume this is just. This is not really what he looked like. Does he have red eyes?
He does.
Oh, yeah. So he's kind of spooky looking.
He is large. He is very burly looking. He's got red eyes. And he looks very dirty and shaggy and dejected. And he's just kind of sitting there.
You said that there. You said that there's a very small window that natural lighting is coming through. At this angle, am I able to determine what side of the manor he is on right now?
Make a perception check.
11.
With an 11, it's kind of difficult for you to tell, but you think, based on the way that you walked in, that you're most likely facing the cliff behind the governor's mansion.
Kind of makes sense. Okay.
He's looking at the three of you.
And does that cliff go down, or is it a up cliff? I guess a cliff is... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I guess
Is there other guards in here?
Nope. No one's in here but you.
Gavor.
They really didn't guard them at all? No wonder why this fucking rich people wanted us to...
There's a guard at
the
the
outside
door that leads down to the dungeon cells.
How
There's
far?
No other way out of here.
There's literally... So how far is that door from where we are now?
It's like a 30-foot hallway.
Jesus Christ!
And a little stairwell.
Is there any, like, chairs around? Or table?
There's a couple old stools sitting in the hallway.
Like to grab a couple of them and bring them over to the front
Can
of
easily do that.
And put down one, put down the other, and take a seat. And I think Fonzie was saying something to Gavor.
I just said his name 3 times, hoping to get his attention.
He's looking at you now, Alphonse. He doesn't say anything.
What a predicament, huh?
He just kind of like looks down for a minute, and he looks back up. What do you want?
What do you want? Seems like Darius was saying that you were gonna try to talk our ear off about your innocence.
No, like Darius.
You don't like Darius?
He shakes his head.
What do you like about him?
Darius say I kill girl. I no kill girl.
You say otherwise, yeah.
He shakes head. No kill girl.
Why do they think? Why do you think they want to pin this on you?
He shrugs his shoulders. People no like Gavel. People are scared of Gavel.
What about Sylvia? She scared of Gavor?
He shakes his head. No. Sylvia understand.
Oh, really?
He shakes his head.
What about the complaint that was filed against you?
He shrugs. Sylvia's parents no understand.
Ah.
Were you
Sylvia didn't complain. The parents complained?
He shrugs.
So Sylvia got you, huh?
He nods. And he looks down, and you can make an insight check.
Okay.
Just Aramir, or can we all do it?
Just Aramir.
9.
With a 9, you just see him look down at the floor for a moment, and he looks back up at you.
What can you tell us about that night? You said you were cleaning. Did you see her walk out with anybody? Or just walk out in general?
You should make a persuasion roll to see if...
That is a very good question, actually.
See if he'll trust you.
Oh, you want me to roll something?
Yeah, make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion? Okay, cool. Persuasion. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
I need him to like me. Fucking goddamn these fucking rolls, dude.
13's not great. And kind of
4,
like
6, 4,
shrugs and goes,
6, 4.
like I tell Darius, was cleaning.
Yeah, but what about her? You know, whatever you were doing. How'd she get outside? It was night, I would assume. Why is she walking around outside by herself?
Gavor kind of like looks to the side, and you see his mouth work, like his jaw works a little bit. It seems like he wants to say something, and then he just shakes his head.
Listen, Gavor. I got a bad feeling about that guy too. Talks down to everybody. He clearly doesn't care about non-human, non-elf, non-rich people, non-wealthy people. Seems like he wants to make sure this town is squeaky clean. So I get it. But you gotta help us out here. If we're gonna help you out. We only got like a couple days, I think. If that.
Gavor shrugs and goes, maybe town better off without Gavor.
I don't like that attitude, Gavor.
Yeah, boy, no.
Well, Gavor, if you feel that way, you could almost have the best of both worlds, right? Maybe you are innocent and maybe you leave town after.
Gavor,
But
did you?
You
Sorry, go
can't
ahead.
do that if you don't help us.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, dude, I'd love to. Dude, everybody's using it. I'll use it too.
Yeah.
I'll play my part. Wow,
Bro.
dude.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible.
Inspiration really don't mean shit, dude.
All right, well,
Should we clear
16's
this shit
pretty
out?
good. And might need
No,
to.
because the other fucking rolls were good, dude. I was on a streak, dude.
Matt's not even using the roll 20 rolls though. He's rolling a real dice.
Actual
true.
real dice in real life doing shit.
Yeah, so Gavor is gonna like look at you, Fantano, and you see his jaw work a little bit. And what was your question again? I'm sorry.
It was basically a plea to have him cooperate, as
Help us.
even if he is innocent, if he feels like the town is better without him, that would mean that he could just leave, but it would be better if he left alive opposed to not alive.
Gavor did not hurt the girl.
Gavor, did you
If
care
you
about
didn't
the
hurt
girl?
and you care about the girl, then you must want whoever did this to come to justice, no?
He kind of like looks down again for a moment. Gavor did not hurt girl, but Gavor may be responsible for a girl getting hurt.
Why do you say that?
He seems to think for a long moment. He goes, Gavor showed her his favorite spot.
Where is that, Gavor?
Cave behind waterfall. Special place. Nobody knows about it. Girl was bored. Said she wanted something fun to do. Said she wanted me to show her around. So I took her to cave. I think Sylvia tried to go to cave without Gavor and fell into waterfall.
Wait. There's the lady at the front desk. Is she always at the front desk, like basically every hour of the day?
During day, yes. Not at night.
No, we got. Oh, huge question, Gavor. You ever got that old woman to talk?
Yeah, what
Is there
about
anything
Grammy
about
Mel?
that?
You close with her?
Gavor likes Grammy Mel, but Grammy Mel no talk. Sometimes Gavor give her tea, or move her closer to fire when night is cold. Grammy Mel seem to like it closer to fire when night is cold.
She's
Damn.
a key, man.
Hmm.
Maybe.
So
You think you Oh, go ahead. Sorry, hear me.
No, you actually, Go ahead if it's on the same line of question.
You think that Sylvia would go out alone at night, or do you think that she was out early morning?
Sylvia do not like her parents much. Think that her life is boring. Say she wanted adventure. Sylvia may have gone to go back to cave on her own, for fun, or for adventure, but warned her that it was dangerous. Cliff is not safe to walk on.
Yeah, I think do you think maybe if we tell Grammy Mel about the situation, if she liked Gavor, maybe that will trigger something. Knowing what would happen to him if she can't.
I don't know. We haven't seen a response from her yet.
Is it a particular type of tea that you bring her, Gavor?
No, Grammy Mill like all kinds of tea.
Would Dubor
Just
know?
bring her hot tea.
Hmm.
He shrugs. Gavor made the tea before he was locked up. Maybe Dubor make the tea now.
Okay.
She perked up when I was playing piano.
That's
But
true.
Maybe I was just playing really well.
That is the only time that you've seen her react in any way, but it definitely was a reaction of some sort.
Gavor, your alibi was that you were cleaning that night. Can Grammy Mel corroborate you if she was to talk? Do you think she saw you? Or is there anyone else that would have saw you that night?
Grammy Mel definitely saw Gavor, but Grammy Mel no talk.
Right.
It not her fault. Gavor is not angry at Grammy Mel.
What else?
Gavor, you said maybe village is better without you. I don't think that that's true. I think almost everybody that we've talked to has said that you are a very kind-hearted individual.
Hard worker too.
Darius no think so. Dubor no think so.
I think Dubor was a little bit on the fence, but I think Dubor is a little rough around the edges being a bartender, and I think Darius doesn't know what he's talking about, because he seems like an idiot, but I suppose that stays between you and us three.
Yeah, we're definitely not supposed to be talking to you, by the way. So.
Gavor shrugs. It no matter to Gavor now.
Jesse, how many days until the execution?
You're not sure, but it should be either tomorrow or the day after.
We should probably check out that cave.
Yeah.
Who's
do
the
you
most
Do we
like?
think that we could find it based on his?
Yeah, he could definitely tell us. I bet. Who's the most like perceptive, or maybe survival? Has survival?
I'm probably the best at that.
Yeah, we should probably send you
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, I could go now if you want.
Check for traps and shit like that.
Would you want to go now and perhaps get Leon here so that he can do the medicine check on the body?
Yeah, why don't I go
If I
collect them and fill them in and take them to the spot?
Tom also might be very good with medicine too. I would ask him because Tom's always spouting about some sort of like agave moss that you
His
rub
musk.
all of your body. Yeah. His musk.
Maybe his bees can give him a little additional insights or something as well. Yeah, I think that would be good to try to get that going as soon as possible. Yeah, if you want to send either Tom or Leon, I think Steve is a useless prick, so I don't like him.
Well, somebody needs to watch the parents, so you
I
have-
can I can do it if they come down.
I can go to the tavern while you go. Like we kind of split off. In that sense, I'll grab them so we're not wasting any time.
Oh, they went to the tavern? Oh. I thought they were still at the lodge.
Or the
Start the
lodge.
lodge.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, that's the same direction. I don't think it's a big
Is it the same direction? Okay. Whatever you
Waterfall
whatever you
behind
guys
the
think.
tavern? The lodge.
The lodge and the waterfall, yeah.
Yeah, the lodge and the waterfall.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're
yeah.
at the lodge. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought they were.
Yeah, I think that's feasible.
It'd also be nice to bring one of them along just in case.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Like the serial killer's there and pushes me in the water too.
Kind of didn't think about that, but that's a good point. That's a good
Aramir washes up on shore.
point. Gavor struck again. How did he do it?
Execute him twice.
All right, cool.
All right, I can I can head there now. Unless there's more stuff we should talk to Gabor about. I mean, I don't want to. Can I? I want to like insight to see if he's like telling the truth, but I feel like that's a little metagamey of like, if I roll well, then like we know that he didn't do it, so I don't.
Oh, I mean, insight check is for that to see if you think he's being sincere.
Yeah.
Can I?
Maybe this guy is a master manipulator. You have no idea.
True.
Yeah. Can I roll insight on what he said about he thought that Sylvia went to there and then fell in? Can he see what if he believes that to be true?
Sure.
Okay. What's for?
While he
Well,
You're not sure, but his voice is definitely riddled with guilt when he talked about that. That's
Yeah,
what you
that makes
Good
sense for that though.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I can do right before you guys leave, so we have plenty of time, but I'll do the whispers to you guys so that we can still stay in touch, because you should be within a mile range still.
I think so.
We can also, if we do want to split up, we can also try and get Grammy and Mel figure out that
That's true.
puzzle too, because that's
Yeah.
really important. I think.
Yeah, the whoever's staying in the lodge can try to work that angle too.
I feel like Tom has the gentle touch.
Dude, Tom can
Hit her
maybe
with the
brew up some
bees.
fucking some honey
yeah.
tea, bro. Holy shit.
Can you make the bees read minds? Is that a thing they can do?
I can make them do all sorts of stuff.
Wait.
Dang.
That sounds oddly menacing in a wholesome way.
If only we had like talk to the dead, speak to the dead, and like fucking like
Some
just
stuff from a cleric
mind
would
reading.
be cool right now.
Speak to dead would be so overpowered in this quest.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Also, hey, murdered person, what did you
Oh.
fucking do?
Wait.
Only answer yes or no questions.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
I don't know how you want to rule this, but for psychic whispers, it doesn't say that the person has to be willing for me to be able to do that thing with them.
Yep.
You just can talk to people's brains, bro?
Yeah, as an action, choose one or more creature you can see up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, and then roll one psionic energy die for a number of hours equal to the number. Speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them.
Is it a spell?
No, it's an ability.
Is there any
Trait.
kind of like thematic or verbal components to it?
No.
Well, you're trying to do it with I fucking forgot his name.
Dude,
already.
maybe I could just do it with Grammy Mill, dude. Be like, hey,
Oh,
what's
that's
up,
true.
dog?
Yo. Yes.
That's crazy.
Absolutely, you need to try that.
I mean, I don't know what Jesse's, ruling is.
I
gonna
think
be
there's
on
probably
that.
an ethical question involved.
Yeah.
Ethical.
You could just
Yeah.
call it
Whether
an
or not you're
evil
allowed
yet
to
useful
enter
ability.
someone else's mind without permission. It's a little weird.
Sounds like an evil yet useful ability. There's not enough evil abilities, man.
You're getting a little Bran Starkey from me, and I don't like it.
Could be worth a try.
We all need a little D&D fascism, alright?
Oh,
Yeah,
your
I-
brother
I-
things the
will
juice
know
from me.
exactly what you're thinking.
He can't read
no,
her mind, but if
right.
she chooses to speak to him, it could work.
Right. I can telepathically speak to her, and then I can give her the option to telepathically speak with me if she would like to.
Oh, that sounds much more reasonable.
So I guess I'll hold off on doing that until I can potentially speak to Grammy.
Can you do it if they're not within sight?
No,
No,
they
you
have to be in
okay.
sight.
Okay.
That has been the that has
So
been that
blinding you is about the only way to stop that.
yeah that
From
that is
making the connection.
that has been the aspect of that trait that you guys have misunderstood as far as me talking to my sister this
Yeah.
entire time.
I
No,
thought
I
for some
think
reason
some
you had
people
like
just
some weird twin
choose
thing.
not to.
No.
Totally.
So who's going back to the lodge? Is Fantano going to go back to try this Whispers, or is Aramir going back, or are you both going back?
Sorry,
He's
my
not going
door was
anywhere.
open. I had to- What?
I thought that Alphonse and Aramir was going, but I can go with Aramir if that's the prefer. I don't have a preference.
Well, if you do go with them, you can do the speak to at all of them at that point. Well, but then that
Well,
won't be
most
me.
of them. I can
Never
do
mind.
two. No, I can only do two.
Oh, two. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could do Grammy Mel and Aramir.
Yeah.
That's true.
That seems
Yes,
like the best options.
Yeah, so I'll do
Yeah,
that
let's
then.
do it.
Okay. So
I'll
Alphonse is going to stay behind. Meanwhile, Fantano and Aramir, you make your way out of the dungeon.
before I leave, I would like to look at Gavor and say, Gavor, listen. Right now, you don't particularly have a reason to trust us, but we do intend to get to the bottom of this, and it sounds like the bottom of this is not at your hands, and we are going to try our best to get you out of here. Whether you want to stay in this village or not, that is up to you, but I don't think that your life should be on this line today, or tomorrow, or whenever.
Gavor is truly responsible for what happened, even if he did not hurt the girl. This is
Yeah.
what he deserves.
But negligence or not, you know, I can't sit by and see that guy call this a win. It's fucked up. Now, so Grammy Mel likes tea. She likes being by the fire, and apparently she likes music. Anything else you think might trigger something with her?
He shrugs, goes, "Do not know. Always been kind to Grammy Mel. She is old lady, cannot take care of herself."
Right. All right. Good luck, you guys. Let her know. She's gonna get hanged if she can't talk.
Yes.
Alright.
Do our best.
While those two guys head back to the lodge, Leon, Tom, and Steve, what's been going on with you three while all that was happening?
All right, now Tom, I'm gonna teach you a new game.
God.
We're gonna hold our hands up in front of each other so we can both see what each
Okay.
other's doing clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold our hands up.
Mm.
I'm gonna say rock.
Rock.
Hands go down. We say paper.
Oh,
And we go
that's
up
paper.
and down. And we say scissors.
Scissors.
And then when we do that, we pick
Mm-hmm.
one of those. All right? Rock, paper, or scissors. Okay. Now paper beats rock. Rock beats scissors. Scissors beats paper. All right? It's a big
Oh.
triangle. Do you get it?
All right. All right.
So if you play a rock,
Is that like shears?
yeah, like for your
Huh.
sheep or your do you shear the donkey, the mule?
No, they don't get no shears.
Okay,
Yeah.
so either way, but the shears, yeah,
A fine coat.
yeah. How well do you think paper would stand up against a pair of shears?
I ain't got a lot of paper experience. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not very well. I'll tell you right now. They lose every time. Paper loses every time. So, you play rock, I play paper, I win, right? If you play rock and I play shears, you win. That's a point for point, right?
All right, let's give it a go.
All right.
What are we playing for?
Well, loser has to take second watch.
Oh, all right.
You have to get woken up in the middle of the night.
Let's do it.
All right. Rock. Right?
Paper,
Rock, paper, shears.
scissors, shear.
Shit.
I broke my shears on your rock.
Ah.
Well, shoot.
Hey, this is great. I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
You
Can I
gotta
have third
take.
watch?
You gotta take second watch, Tom.
All right.
Dibs on
Hey,
third
you
watch.
happen to have you don't happen to have any rope, do you?
Probably actually. What do you need rope for?
I was just gonna make this a little easier for us if we could.
What are you gonna do?
Are we just in like a hallway?
You're in like
Yeah,
a
where are
big.
we?
You're in a grand hall. There's like
No, but where's
balconies
like
up
their
above the
rooms that
rooms.
we're supposed to be watching?
Up on the balcony above you,
That's where their rooms are?
left side of the lodge, upstairs.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna like make sure no one gets in there without us knowing about it.
Are you gonna tie their doors shut, Tom?
No, I'm I'm just gonna set a little trap.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Tom. Maybe we should ask permission to do that. Just an
What's
idea.
this trap do, Tom?
It just yanks them up in the air.
That's
My
fine.
God.
I don't know if that's a good. What if like that girl over there? He thumbs to the receptionist. What if she walks by the room, just like happens to walk by?
Well, one of us is gonna be
I mean,
there to
yeah, we gonna
ward
be
off
there.
people or warn them of it. People that
Right,
we
it's not a
see.
surprise unless
But if someone
trying to sneak
sneaks
by.
up and we don't see them, the trap might get them.
Okay, but like if we're there, why do we need the trap?
In case
What if
someone
you fall
is sneakier
asleep?
Then yeah, exactly.
Well, if we fall asleep, we can't stop the people from. Okay,
And
you
then
know what?
there's
Never
a-
mind.
and then
Do
there's
what
a
you
rope.
want. I'm just here. It's fine.
Yeah. You know what? You do get third watch, Steve.
Okay. I'm cool with it. You guys do you. As long as I get paid.
You got any rope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you
get
go.
20
Steve
we get
reaches in, he
25
hands
feet.
you 25 feet of rope. Here you go. You can have mine. I kind of want to see this, to be honest.
All right.
Oh my God. We're gonna get
Yeah, I'm
kicked
just
out
gonna
of
find
town.
some sort of 5-foot pinch point that you gotta walk past to get to their room. I'm gonna wait until it's everyone's gone to bed, and I'm gonna lay that thing down.
You're gonna go find like a step ladder so you can like fix it to the ceiling or something? Like,
Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it Tom style.
okay.
With the bees.
I'm gonna set me up a little old school snare.
Alright, well, a few hours goes by and you're planning out your snare. When Aramir and Fantano walk into the lodge.
Hey,
I'll wave the
What,
group over.
These two have gone to their room.
I feel like Tom would be asleep at this point, no? Or is he still figuring we're not like actually to long rest point yet?
It's
I'll
still
probably
the
set up
afternoon.
the snare.
Still just the afternoon. It's
Okay.
been a few hours.
Yeah, before everyone go, like after everyone goes to bed. Yeah.
He's doing some light
Without having
physics.
to reiterate the entirety of the dialogue that you guys all heard, I will convey everything that we just talked about.
Hmm. This you said she's an elf girl?
Yeah, that girl that got killed. Yeah.
You guys good at examining dead bodies?
That's a good question.
Not really, no.
I'm
I'm gonna be honest. That battle that we fought was kind of my first real up close dead body experience.
Yeah, that
But-
makes a lot of sense, Tom.
You don't have any skills in like, I don't know, looking at animals or something like to see how they died or something or.
I know how to do it. Like I don't like to look at them a bunch afterwards.
Was it Hugh
Unless-
that hit those back-to-back nat 20 medical saving throws or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In medicine.
Damn.
He was just hitting him out of the park, anyways.
Yeah, if I slaughter chicken, I don't like trying to figure out how
Unless
to make it feel
there's-
better.
Unless
That's
there's
true.
something that you can't read that needs to be read, I could help with that. But
No.
unless the lore
I mean-
of dragons would help.
We're still
I-
waiting on that report.
Does that seem
with,
helpful right now?
Darius.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
worth at least taking an attempt to look at it, even if you not know what it is. You
I'm
know.
gonna go to the bathroom while you guys talk. Bear back.
Well, maybe it might be worth it to have someone else go with Aramir.
Yeah, I'd like someone to come with me over to the I almost said fireworks for some reason. The
The
waterfall.
water for some
Yeah.
fireworks.
Leon doesn't think he can get anything from a dead body. Maybe he can get something from the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Okay. I will be happy to go that direction if you want to go look at the body, Tom.
No, I don't. I do not. I'm gonna stay
Well,
right here and set up my rope.
The lads are asking for help with that as well. So one of us has to go do one thing, the other one has to go do the other thing.
Why don't I
You
take
can
Tom
ask,
then? I'll take Tom to the murder scene
Oh, all right.
just in case
All right.
he sees anything, B's see anything and stuff, and you
That makes
can
sense.
take a look at
I'll
the
go
body.
take a look at the creepy dead body.
Yeah, maybe there'll
Maybe
be some
it'll-
nice, unique little fungus I
And,
can get from my musk.
Maybe
Steve
I
can
learn something.
keep guard of our clients.
Yeah, we'll be back before dark.
Leon, even if you are not confident in your medical ability, maybe you can, with maybe Alphonse's help, persuade Darius that you know what you're talking about and that what you see is not indicating a murder, but maybe an accident, you know?
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good
And that was
point. We
already
kinda
the
already-
notion Aramir had, was that it wasn't from somebody doing it by hand, right?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Jesse said
Or at least not from
there's no
wounds
marks
given
on
by
her
hands,
that
I
was
should
like
say.
strangulation or anything like that. It was a lot of marks from her like hitting rocks and stuff going down the stream.
Okay.
Maybe we could be
That
more
didn't roll very
convincing
well.
if we got some more evidence and see what happened up at the waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
there's
if
a
that
line of
guy-
evidence that I'm going to try to attain from Grammy Mills over there, too.
All
Yeah,
right,
you
so
want me to
maybe,
go start on that?
like once
beach?
it's nightfall, we all group back here, and then some people go back to see the orc.
Tom, do your bees do any, like, honey? Or are they just bees?
I mean, the bees that I make
They're not honey
do
bees.
not make honey, no. But I can get some bees around.
How long would it take? Well, but
Does
Might-
bees
might
what you
take a
need,
while
or
for them
honey
to
what
lead
you
us to
need?
their hive.
the honey is what I would need.
Oh, I mean, we can just buy that. But I
I
don't
just-
make honey myself, like coming
I-
out of me.
I just did, I just didn't know if you know, had a superior honey that you produce with these superior bees that you have. But
I mean, I tell you what, once we hunker down from this here adventure, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I'm back.
It's gonna be the sweetest meat you have ever tasted.
I have a feeling that this adventure is nowhere near ending.
I think like we're almost done.
I
We're gonna wrap this up in 20 minutes.
wish to attain your level of optimism one day, Tom.
I feel like we've been on a roll.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to help you, Fantano, or are you good without my help?
I think I'll be good here. I mean, I'm just talking with an old woman to see.
And there's
If she-
nothing that needs to be done to help her feel more conversational?
I mean, I'm gonna bring her some tea, and if it's cold tonight, I'll scoot her a little bit closer to the fire. But
Do you need me to roofie this old lady, Fantano?
no, I think the opposite of that. Actually,
I cast Slipper of Mickey.
maybe I'll try to play the piano a little bit. Something too.
I just, Fantano, if you ever need assistance, I do have a certain tool in the bag.
I need you to
I feel
stop
like-
talking.
Is it a one-time thing?
Yeah, probably.
I would probably take it along with you and Aramir then.
Well, no, it's like a per person thing that I can do with a person, and then they find themselves a little more agreeable to certain things depending on the thing.
Oh. No, I think you should take that along with you and Aramir. I think Grammy Mills would divulge any information that she had. I don't think that she's going to prevent. She just She's old.
She's willing. She's just old.
Okay.
Mine's feeble.
Well, if
Yeah.
you run into any roadblocks, I'm here and happy to help. But yes, I will go help Aramir and Tom then before I head over to the morgue. See if there's any evidence I can
Oh,
help
cool. You come on me.
gather to sound more convincing to that detective, semi-lord Duke guy. What was he again?
His official title is lead investigator.
Right, but
Head
doesn't he-
auditor, he said?
Yeah, head auditor. He's the tax man. He's the fucking dog catcher. Like what?
He seems to just be the guy that generally enforces the town's administrative laws.
Turbo nerd. All right.
What was his name
Doing
again?
the dirty
Sorry.
work.
His name is Darius.
Darius.
Night Raven or something, right?
Night
Raven Shadow,
Shadow.
actually.
Darius Raven Shadow.
Nice, that's
It's a
cool.
little spooky.
Is it, it is afternoon still?
It's mid-afternoon.
Alright, yeah. Let's get on up to
Yeah,
those
let's get on to the firework.
Alright, so what's happening first? Tom, Aramir, and Leon are going to the cave? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening first? Okay. Alright, you guys head out. Let me get you guys over there. Using the instructions that Gavor was able to provide to you,
Oh, cool. We got a map. That's similar.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Love it.
This does look rather dangerous here.
you follow a very rocky, increasingly narrow path leading up to the base of the waterfall, and you can see the water cascading down over the edge of the cliff up ahead of you. But if you look very closely, you can see that there is a small space where, while you still would get splashed with a little bit of water, you could probably slip behind it, and the path does seem to continue.
Yeah, I wanna slide in there.
Yeah, should we like look around?
Yeah, while I'm walking up, I want to take a look and see if there's any kind of signs of struggle or anything like that anywhere.
Sure, you can make an investigation check around this area.
Can I do a check just like on like if this area's got like a lot of slippery
I'm
stones
gonna put
and like
Fantano and Alphonse down here too, just so they can watch.
Appreciate it. Thank
like
you.
like moss that's grown that's like slick or something like that?
Oops.
You can do a nature check.
Where's the 11? I nudged it.
With an 11, Aramir, you kind of like snoop around the area a little bit. You look around. You don't see any signs of a struggle. You don't see anything that looks like somebody was attacked. You don't see any like blood or anything on the ground as you look around
I
next to
didn't
the
think
waterfall.
so.
Meanwhile, Tom, you're looking at plants, and you don't notice anything out of the ordinary for the foliage you would expect to find around here. There's quite a bit of foliage, though.
This is some natural algae. I'm gonna get this in my musk. Scrape some off. Oh, I forgot what we're doing.
Alright.
All right, should we go behind that waterfall?
Yep.
Yeah, what do you guys think? We can
Can I
do it.
look and
by?
see, Aramir, do you want to see if there's tracks or anything?
Yeah, like I thought that's what the investigation was. Is it a survival roll to look at tracks?
Yep, it's a survival roll.
Okay, I'll do that.
Wait, is she your
That's
one
better.
of your favorite enemy or whatever?
Is she a dragon?
She's
Oh,
not
a
a
dragon makes more
No,
sense.
but
Never
he's in the favored terrain.
Aramir, you look around for
Oh, yeah, are
tracks.
we in our favorite terrain now? My favorite terrain?
Yeah, this would definitely be considered kind of a mountain, but once you go inside, you're no longer in the mountains. You'll be underground technically.
Okay, then that's a 25 then.
All right, you look around for tracks, Aramir, and definitely you see a couple sets of tracks. Some older tracks that are very large, and you judge them to definitely be large humanoid tracks, probably Gavor, if you had to guess.
Yeah.
And many of them are older tracks, but you can tell that this person has come and gone from this place quite a few times. And more recent, but less large, second set of tracks appear to be a small, dainty foot. And this is probably Sylvia. And with your 25, which is very high, you definitely determine that the most recent set of tracks, it appears that there is only one set of footprints that came up here, and it was the smaller set of footprints.
Hmm.
And you do
Right.
not see them walk back down.
Well, that must be
so
it.
I relay this to Tom and Leon. And
She
point
never
them
came
out.
back down here.
No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like this was a one-way trip for her.
Should
That
we head
feels
like-
further
This
in
is
and
where it
follow
happened.
these tracks?
Do you think
Yeah,
we
I'd like
could
to
use
follow.
that to help Gavor?
Not yet, but these tracks may lead to something that helps.
Ah, let's go.
I think my reading of tracks is pretty circumstantial evidence. It's not going to be
Yeah.
not going to
but
do
if we
anything
find
for
something-
Darius to overthrow this.
If we find something more meaningful inside. that
Yeah,
may
let's get
change.
inside for sure.
It's
But I-
Tom.
Would it
I
help
follow the track.
Yeah,
Tom?
that's a
Would it help Tom if I lit a torch?
three-syllable word.
Yeah, if it's gonna be dark.
Yeah.
Let's get in there first so it doesn't, the water doesn't put it out.
Right.
All right.
Oh, actually, I'll just cast light.
There you go.
We'll do that.
That works. Cast
That's
light.
mighty fine.
So 20 foot,
My sneak
dim.
in is
or 20 foot bright, then 20 foot dim.
So they found a smaller foot track going up
Right.
only.
Right.
That's like the
Not coming
freshest
down.
tracks is going up. Yeah.
Right. Last person to come up here never left.
So that
that
dude didn't even go up here.
Can I follow them in that cave, Jesse?
Yeah, I'll put you up there. Let me just
One,
give Leon his torch real
Oh
quick.
my.
Sorry.
Tracks.
Is that right there?
Torches
mushroom?
are what, 15, right?
I think they're
Not
2020. It's standard, but
20.
I like to change it a lot because I feel like not
I thought I
every
was
torch
just
is
gonna
the same
cast
fuel.
light.
You like it when
Jesse?
it's dark.
I do indeed.
Yeah, you can come in here. Leon, do you want me to move you? Or do you want to do it yourself?
Can't see. There we go.
You guys walk in, and indeed behind the waterfall cave, I gotta stop the nice music now. You find it's quite a striking sight as you walk in. There's a large, what appears to be semi-bioluminescent mushroom growing in the center of this cave, and it's emitting like a almost glowing pollen around it, and it's resonating off of these crystals around the room that are also giving off their own very dim blue light. And the cave is quite beautiful. And you can see that there's a couple of logs and what appears to be the remnants of what was a small campfire set up near the big glowing mushroom. And it looks like there's an empty wineskin, a couple of mugs. It looks like somebody's been hanging out up in this cave now and again. It definitely looks like a nice place to spend some time by yourself. You can see why Gavor would come up here and why he would bring Sylvia up here too.
Yeah. Can Tom go take a
found
closer
Gavor's
look at
spot.
this mushroom?
Sure.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
Make a nature check.
Tom, don't be saying that before you roll.
No, Tom
Oh,
definitely.
wait,
has
yes, I have.
seen
These
it
are
before.
mighty common, actually. These are in my backyard at home.
there you go.
With a 21,
I'm
Tom, you've
terrified.
never seen anything quite like this before.
God,
But you know that
Wild.
bioluminescent mushrooms are something that don't typically grow on the surface in Faerun. That is typically a characteristic of something that you would see exclusively in a place like the Underdark,
Damn it.
which is a little bit strange.
Whoa.
If only I was there.
This ain't from around here.
Is it dangerous?
What do you mean, Tom?
Is it dangerous?
It's not dangerous.
Could I harvest some and it would still glow, or would it stop glowing?
It would still glow for 4 hours after you harvested it, and then it
Oh,
would
cool.
stop glowing.
Cool.
You look around
take
the
some.
area and you note that there's quite a bit of greenery growing in a cave like this, particularly for the lack of sunlight that would make it behind this waterfall. And you find it a little bit strange. It seems like the plants have grown a little bit too well, and that indeed this mushroom has grown a little bit larger than you would expect it to. The nature
This
here
don't
is thriving.
seem real. Something happened here. Make this
I'm gonna
possibility.
lean
Stuff's not supposed to grow like
Feel
this.
right.
I'm gonna lean into Aramir and quietly ask, "Are we in something's home? Some
That's
kind
what I'm
of
thinking too.
nature creature?
I'm gonna
like
harvest some of them
druid
of the
or
fungus.
dryad thing or something?"
Sure. You could take out a knife and you could cut off part of the mushroom. And, yep, you
little
acquire...
tomahawk.
this is a giant torch stalk.
Tom says that this
Fragments of torch stalk.
stuff looks like it's from the Underdark, which I've never been there. I don't know much about it. So I don't know if this is a whole. This isn't my area of expertise in the wild.
All right.
There aren't supposed to be this many plants grown in here though as well.
Do I still see the tracks?
You do see the tracks, and most of the larger footprints seem to be concentrated around these two
Oh,
logs
there
and
you
where
go.
the campfire seems to be set up. But with your really high survival check, you see, Aramir, that the tracks actually go up this way, the smaller tracks, the freshest tracks, and they go up to these little crystals right here. And as you follow the tracks up, you can see that there's actually a small gap in the crystals that's not immediately apparent to notice, but it looks like the most recent tracks you're following slipped between these crystals and went down this little pathway.
I tell Leon and Tom, this looks like she climbed through here.
Does it look like we could fit in there?
Yeah, I
You
think
probably could
we
squeeze
could.
through, but you note that you do not see a single set of those larger footprints go this way ever.
Doesn't look like Gavor knew this existed, or could even get by there.
Yeah, I'll head in. Do you guys want to come with?
Yeah, I'm coming too.
I think we need to.
All right. I will creep on in.
You're just walking through.
Yeah.
Do we
Oh,
want
yeah.
to stealth at all?
Should we?
Might be
Yeah, we should
necessary.
probably
We don't
be
know what
quiet
we're walking
early.
into.
All right.
I'll put out the torch in the light and I'll hold my hand out to Tom.
Okay, I'll put my giant torch stock just in my bag so it's not glowing.
Okay, gonna put out your light.
And I'll grab your hand.
All right.
Shall we roll stealth?
Yep, you guys can
Yeah.
roll stealth. Whew,
Oh,
natural 20
Tom.
for Tom. Tom triple
God,
ties his
there we
pan to his
go.
backpack this time.
Tom's on a fucking literal roll
Vince
right
pan
now,
ain't
dude.
bouncing this time.
The three of you move as quietly as you can as you squeeze past the small gap in the crystals. And as you advance, you can see that the cave opens up once more. And you can see up ahead of you, Aramir, a lush, beautiful lagoon. And I want to stop you right there. And there's lots of plants growing around the outside of the lagoon, some more of those softly glowing blue crystals. And as you come around the corner, you hear an ominous growl. And before you are able to make any kind of reaction, we have to roll for initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh no,
Did you
boys.
say that I was keeping up with Aramir pulling Tom behind me?
I think it's fair that you were right on my ass.
Yeah, I just wasn't like.
Yeah.
Boys, she
We're
fucking
moving together.
died, bro.
Did she though?
Well, I mean, she was
Bro,
killed by
she's
something.
dead, bro. Bro, she died, bro.
None of you guys are good at determining whether or not that's her.
That's true.
Bro,
Good luck, Aramir.
you guys are fucking dead, dude.
Dude, I
Aramir's
don't know what
about
you're
to
talking about.
eat whatever that is for the team.
Tom's feeling great.
Tom, you gotta move forward to where I am.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, I get to go for you. Cool.
I'm really glad you both.
I'm good in
came
my
with me.
spot.
No, Tom, I was saying you gotta
Me
move your
too.
guy to right here because I was holding your hand.
I don't think I can move my guy at this point in time.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. I mean, we had said that he was.
He was
I
holding
was
hands with
bringing him
Leon. Right?
along. Yeah, because we
And
put all the
maybe right
torches up.
there.
Leon,
There
you
we
got
go.
some fucking long hands then, brother.
Right? Call me Mr. Big Hands.
Jesse, can you move me into a reasonable spot so that I can watch the battle unfold?
You are.
They're gonna get one shot right here.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Aramir, you hear this growl, and around the corner appears a giant bear,
Oh,
Fuck.
and it comes charging right at you, and it leaps on you.
Oh, God!
oh no!
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, no!
Bear
Aramir,
attack.
get the fuck out of there!
It bites the shit out of you as its jaws sink deep into you. It just starts ripping back and forth.
Oof.
You take 9 piercing damage.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
God.
dude. Not good. Not
You
good.
guys got this.
It follows up with a claw attack.
Oh, God.
It's a 13 to hit.
Please miss.
13 misses.
You just managed to roll away as you drip blood from your fresh bite mark.
Ow.
And now it is your turn as you come back to your feet, face to face with a giant bear.
What?
Bear.
What just happened?
It's a fucking bear. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike.
Yep.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to cast it. But I'm gonna be using it, so it's fine. I'll be able to move away. So I'll go there. Pull out my bow.
Remember, Fantano and Alphonse aren't really there, so you can move over
Yeah,
there.
you have more room to back up if you need
Right. I will.
If you want to shoot
but
through people.
I don't want
That's
to shoot
also a
through
I'm
problem.
gonna move.
I forgot
I'm gonna move
about
you guys
that.
up here.
Okay.
So I can move there and shoot, I think, without taking disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you can shoot from there without disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, until the spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. That's sick. I will do the Zephyr Strike thing though, and give myself advantage.
Yep.
So it is a 22 or a 19 to hit.
Nice.
22
That's so cool,
hits.
bro. I love that.
All right. It's Zephyr Strike for 6, and then
Go nice.
Longbow for 6. So 12 damage, piercing.
Okay.
Nice.
You shoot the bear in the face.
And then I probably used like half my movement, I'm guessing, to take out my bow because I probably wasn't holding it.
Yeah, I don't think you had it in your hand.
So
Bear's
I
already
did
blood.
5, and then that's 30 feet of movement technically, and then my Zephyr Strike gives me another 30, I think.
You might be overthinking this.
Is this difficult terrain?
The squeeze through the crystals would be difficult terrain, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. So this is 10. 20. There we go. All right, that's my turn.
He's just hiding in the
Yeah, well,
iceberg.
he just
Get
like
out!
ultra
Run!
destroyed the
Oh,
bear.
it's so goofy,
Does
bro.
the spin get to do anything, or?
Oh yeah, spin's a thing.
Old bone attack and firebolt or something?
Yeah.
I don't think so because I used a bonus action.
Oh yeah, he's Zephyr Strike.
For Zephyr Strike.
Okay. Tom, in that case, it's your turn.
All right. Tom can't see shit.
Basically, spin is he automatically takes the dodge action.
Okay.
That's probably good. Tom's gonna use half my movement to get my great axe out.
Yep.
Do you think while I'm doing that, I could use a bonus action to toss that giant torch stalk onto the ground right in front of me?
Of course, good.
Cool, I'm gonna do that. That's my bonus action, half my movement, and now I pot the torch, just drop it right there. I don't know what is happening. I just hear growling and slashing.
There's a bear, Tom.
You throw some
Oh.
torch stock on the ground in front of you.
Oh, can I use Spin's reaction to do infused strikes? I don't need to use the bonus action for that. Just a d6 damage, fire damage.
It blows softly.
Can I?
What do you need to do?
I didn't know that infused strikes from Spin is not. It's a reaction from him, not a bonus action from me.
Oh, nice.
Can I just roll a d6?
Yeah.
It is. It's just a
+8.
not +8. It's a 4. I got a 4.
Okay.
My bad.
Nice.
I had
4
the
more
set
damage?
modifier wrong. Just 4 fire damage.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Oh, I see you, you son of a bitch. Did you eat that girl?
wrong.
You eat that elf girl?
I feel like we would have been able to find bear attack on her.
Tom's going
Well,
to
bro.
try to kill this bear.
All right.
Bear and her were friends.
No.
Tom's gonna use his inspiration.
Okay.
Nice.
Come on, Tom.
Come on, Tom.
It's a 5 on my
Yeah,
Okay.
Tom.
16. All right.
15 hits.
Sweet. You guys
Dude, your
hear
inspiration
just a
didn't
very,
work right. It was only supposed to add 2.
Yeah.
You guys hear a very low.
Advantage does on average add 3.
Yes. I'm gonna bring the hammer down with
All
a
right.
9 slashing damage.
You chop into that bear like a lumberjack hacking wood, and you cleave that bear clean in twain.
Damn.
It falls dead to the ground, and blood is just pooling around the bear, turning the
Damn,
dirt
dude.
into soup.
I think I
Oh.
got him.
Yeah. Are you
Dead.
Are you all right, Aramir? That looked pretty nasty.
It really hurt.
You want to come out here? I might be able to help.
I'm probably.
I think
Yeah,
we got the
yeah.
bear.
Yeah.
Are we
they're
out
at
of combat? The bear's
I
dead.
think so.
Oh, he's dead, all right.
You check, Tom. Check its pulse.
Tom hits him again with his axe.
Aramir's
He's dead
afraid of
now.
bears now.
Aramir, the bear is in twain.
Okay, I'm gonna come out.
Um,
Wow. Good job, Tom.
I think you shot it in his face.
I did.
Yeah, there's an arrow right in his head.
all
I
right.
did.
Hold still for a second, Aramir, and I'm gonna draw an S in the air, and you're gonna feel X amount better here in a second. 9 hit
That's
points
exactly
back.
how much I took.
Nice. Perfect. This is working out
Now,
great.
just for clarification, Leon, when you draw that S in the air, does it
You're
look
not
like
here.
one
You
of
don't
those?
get to see
the
it.
skater-
No,
like
no,
the-
no, no. I don't care about what it actually does. Yeah, is it like the 3 line and then the 2 line and then you make the triangle?
Sketchers.
Yeah, is it on a trapper keeper or something?
Yeah.
Is it that type of an S or the
engraved
fucking
in a
lame
desk in
swirly
high
one?
school
Is it
somewhere.
Zorro?
No, it's just the swirly one. It's not the forever replicated across all known cultures to man S.
Boo. Make it better.
Real ass. Before we leave, we
That
should
would take so
we should
long to
harvest
draw
this
every
here
time I
bear.
had to do something.
Harvested? I mean, well, for like
Ah.
bear teeth. Make a
Well, I
cloak?
mean, like, for one, it ate that girl, so we can bring it out for that. But two, it's also probably real good.
I don't think it ate the girl.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I saw the body. It didn't have any kind of bear marks, no claws,
Oh,
no
right.
bite marks.
Right.
And
Can I look
I
in
don't
the
know if the
stomach?
bear would fit through that gap. So
Aramir, will you
Well, how'd she get
open
around here
this
without
bear's
getting killed by the
stomach
bear?
and see? Maybe she made friends with it. Will you open this bear's stomach and see what was the last thing it ate?
you say open the stomach?
I
mean,
mean,
you
yeah,
are a
let me
ranger.
I guess so. Yeah, I could do that.
wait, let's remove the stomach from the fur first. We don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, sure.
My God,
All right.
guys, ridiculous.
So
I
you'd
start
like
to field dress
you'd
the
like
bear.
to dissect this bear?
Yeah, I'm field
How
dressing.
long
it. I'm
ago
getting
was
the
that?
skin off.
How long ago was this girl murdered?
Listen, it takes 30 days for a bear to digest something, alright? If we get there before she's bones, she
Is
can
that
be
common
revived.
knowledge?
I mean, do you still see the footprints?
The whole body's in the match.
Can I look?
Okay, fine.
Can
You
I
can
look
dissect the
around?
Yeah, what the
bear.
fuck? Was she missing any limbs or anything?
No, she wasn't.
Why the fuck are you
No,
doing this?
that's gonna take too long. Just
I'm
let him
gonna-
look around for the footprints.
I'm gonna look around for the footprints to see if they were in here.
They were.
I'm gonna float above the
Um,
pool.
The footprints
Corporeal
get
body.
to about here, Aramir. And they stop, and you can see here are the signs of a struggle that you were looking for
Oh,
previously.
Shit.
You can see that something happened here. There's quite a few like disturbances in the dirt on the floor of the cave. Some marks on the wall, and then
Any blood?
the footprints are gone. No blood.
I obviously
I
pointed
look
this
to
out
the
you guys.
ceiling, Jesse, immediately.
There's nothing on the ceiling.
There's no other footprints.
The footprints
the
end
foot-
there.
How about from
Both?
the other side? Is there
Yeah.
footprints from
Is
the other
anyone
other way?
coming
The only other
here
footprints that you
from-
see are the tracks of the bear, which just seem to amble around this cave all over the place, differing ages to the
So-
tracks.
something that left no tracks other than the scuffle itself? Is there no like discernible different footsteps amongst the tracks?
You don't see any other footprints.
That's creepy.
Okay,
Did a
so-
fucking ghost eat her? What the fuck?
What's
How
up
did
with
she
these
get
crystals?
from here to the river? Unless this pond goes to the river, but
Or something
Something coulda
flying
carried
killed
her.
her. Or something carried her across. And I look carefully at the ceiling. Something crawling
Hmm.
on the walls or the ceiling.
Jesse, did you say these crystals are reflecting some sort of light?
They seem to be emanating some sort of very soft blue light from within them.
Okay, so they're slightly bioluminescent themselves.
What if
very
we put
slight.
all our
I think
torch
whatever
lights
this
out and
energy
just try
is-
to see whatever the crystals show?
It's got something to do with it. There's some
You
special
would
force in this cave.
definitely note that the amount of plants and nature that is thriving in this cave definitely also seems disproportionately high for the type of cave it is. Like for
I think
example, the
that
cave
this
you were
bear
in earlier with the
is the only one who
colts
lives
was
here.
nothing like this.
Right.
Jesse, I'm gonna pocket this torch stock so the only light right now will be from those crystals.
Pocket.
I think we need to find whoever lives in this here cave.
yeah. I mean,
Cave spelunking.
Because someone lives in this place. Someone's making this energy possible.
I'll say that
Something.
it's not a creature or anything like a spider or anything like you were saying that took her, because they would just either leave her where the scuffle happened, or I mean, her
Might be
body
like
was
a spirit.
disposed of.
Well, did you say there was 2 sets of footprints in
No,
the
There
scuffle?
was not.
no,
was
there's
specifically
just her.
not.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, something that didn't leave any other footprints.
It's not adding up.
At all.
Let's keep going and see what
Unless
we find.
unless she was losing her mind and something was attacking her psychically.
Let's keep on pushing through.
Do I
Maybe
have
it'll
any
happen
kind
one
of
time.
sense that this
Maybe it happened to
this
one of
leads to a river up here?
You walk up to that and you can see that there appears to be water pouring down from a crack in the ceiling of the cave, leading to a little stream which is forming the pool or the pond in the middle of this cave room. And you can probably judge with your experience as a ranger of the mountains that this water is feeding from the same source that's feeding the river outside.
Okay, so it is going
It
to
comes
the river now.
in, doesn't go out.
Comes in from the same river that's forming the waterfall out front.
Right. If it does have a drain, it would be at the bottom of the pool then, since it's not draining down out of the cave from there.
Right.
Maybe.
I think we should head this way.
Yeah, you could need to fill
unless-
up more. It's true.
She walked
Alright.
this way, and the scuffle happened in this little tunnel.
Yeah. Do you think she
So either
lost her
somebody
mind
was
in
waiting
there?
for her here, or ran up to her, or behind her. I don't know.
Maybe we should have someone, hands on each shoulder or something as we walk in case something
Mhm.
attacks our minds.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
good
also feel
call.
like I was about as quiet as I could be last time, and it didn't help. So maybe let's just go in with a light.
Yeah, here's your torch stock thing. And I
Cool,
hand
thanks. I
Tom
don't like
his
getting
light
attacked by
back.
dark bears.
You want to hold your torch stock?
Yeah,
Okay, be a little light here.
and I'm gonna keep my great axe just in one hand.
You want to tie a rope around yourself or something and
I think I might like to go first if that's all
go
right.
forward? Yeah, I'm down with you going first, Tom. I'm sick of getting mauled by bears.
Right, and you just kind of like look over my shoulder real close, like
Yeah, okay.
I'll
you
follow
can
behind.
spot stuff.
Okay, you guys can
Two
walk forward.
college boys.
Yeah, just Tom's leading, so whenever Tom, yeah.
Got the dim light of your torch stock to guide you.
It's
There we
too
get it
much
back.
foliage in here. Don't make no sense. No sun.
Up ahead, you can see that it gets significantly brighter around the
Let's
corner.
go. That might be more bioluminescence up ahead. I'm gonna put my thing in my pouch. Light
There's
goes
two
out.
paths.
I'm
Is
just
there
gonna
light
put my
coming
hand
from
on this
both
wall.
You guys are going
paths?
to proceed on your own.
Uh,
Well, when you say it like that,
yeah. You should,
Cassie.
I guess we should go back and get the lads now that it's come to this.
yeah, I guess you're right.
Not a good
Yeah,
idea.
this
There's
does seem really
there's something up
spooky.
ahead.
How about you
We might
two
need
stay here?
reinforcements like Steve.
How about you two stay
Steve.
here, and I'll run back and try to get the team together.
All right,
Okay.
I'll supervise Tom and
Wait, are we not doing the Fantano mental thing?
no, he's saving that for Mel.
Wait, I thought
I thought you could
the
do it with
point
two
was.
people.
Yeah, I thought the point was
Didn't
to do.
he definitely also picked Aramir as his person.
Oh,
You never cast it.
Boys, I never
Oh, you
cast it yet.
cast
yeah.
Why?
never mind.
Okay. It's okay.
Y'all
That'd be
ran
what
away
I've
and
done.
then went spelunking for 20
I
hours.
said, do you want to go to the cave first? You said yes.
Hey, I feel like we spent equal time in both venues so far.
I'm
That's
just
true.
fucking around
Let's
when I
all get
said 20.
together.
I'm just fucking around when I said 20 hours. But to Jesse's point, we did say that you guys wanted to do the caves first. So
That's
We
right.
can,
Yeah, let's get the group together. I don't like this on our own.
Me too.
Alright, so I guess we'll all head back then.
But Steve has to stay and watch
We're
the
right
parents.
here. Might as well
'Cause
head
we
back.
did get paid to do that.
Yeah, true.
if anything,
Alright,
Steve
yeah.
has to stay and watch fucking.
I gotta piss so
No.
bad.
He's got to save the parents because that orc dude is definitely just gonna die in that cell.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that
he's
happening.
not trying to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the parents aren't gonna know any difference if we're there or not, anyways. I at the actual cell is what I'm saying, not at
Yeah,
the.
totally right. I agree.
Yeah, Steve can definitely stay and hang out with the fucking parents.
Also,
Cool.
oh, so what? What do we give the money back or something like that? Or we find the real culprit and they're happy just because or whatever?
Yeah,
Up
let's
to
do
you.
that latter one. Let's do the good thing and find out what happened to this girl.
All right. So who's going back to the lodge? Just
I think we
Aramir?
all are.
You're all going back. Okay. You're all going to leave the cave.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should approach together.
Back at the lodge. What have you been up to, Fantano?
Fuck, man, this is action time. All right,
Nobody
so
else is. Everyone else is gone right now.
basically, as soon as they would have left, I would have made my way up to the front desk and say, can anybody play that piano over there?
Are you talking to Anissa?
Yes.
Says, oh, well, we keep that piano, just in case any traveling bards stop by the town. Sometimes Lady Yinta has the bards come and play the piano to entertain the guests.
I haven't played for a little while, but may I?
She gestures. The guests are free to use the piano so long as they are paying to stay in the lodge.
Cool. I will take a seat, stretch out my little fingies, give them a little crack, and try to see if I can play the piano.
Performance.
9.
Like like very thin line mouth. Yep. But not saying anything to you.
I'll get up. I'll close the lid to the keys, and I'll say, I was always more of a card trick individual, I suppose.
Of course, sir.
Uh, uh, does Granny Els like the piano at all? Or...
Granny Mel seems to just be sitting in her chair, looking at the fire, like she usually does, just sitting there.
That was like a question to
Oh, to Anissa.
Anissa.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know much about what Granny Mel does or doesn't like. She's rather implacable.
Well, is this room open still, Jesse, or is that
Yeah, you can go into the resort.
Yeah, I'll stop in there really quick, and I'll hopefully get the attention of that guy that I forget his name of. Broderick, yes.
Walk out and approach you. Good afternoon, sir. Namaste. What can I do for you on this wonderful day?
Namaste, Broderick. You seem to be quite informed as far as resting and recovering. Do you happen to have any herbs or anything that somebody could maybe make a refined tea out of to make it a little bit more to aid in one's thought process or ability to
He smiles widely and goes, "I'm so glad you asked." And he's gonna walk over to his little desk here, and yeah, he pulls out like a little ceramic teapot. He reaches in and he's got like a little bag of herbs prepared, and he goes, "Something to clarify the mind and help you focus," you said.
Yes, not like completely empty the mind, but like for somebody to think better. If they could.
He's got some crack. Is what he's about to sell you.
He takes out a mortar and pestle, and you see him grinding up some leaves, and he goes, "All right away, sir. Of course, I have just the thing." And, he grinds up some leaves. He puts them in a little bag. He ties it with a string. He steeps it in some hot water, and he brings you a teapot. And he goes, "Just drop the teapot off with Dubor when you're done, sir."
Much obliged. I
The tea smells earthy as the aroma wafts out of the spout.
Cool. I'll I'll walk out and say Gravy Mills. Is Mel's her last name?
Her name is Grammy Mel. That's what everyone
Grammy
calls
Mel.
her anyway.
Hello, Mel. My name is Fontano. I heard from a friend that you are quite fond of tea, and I wanted to extend a nice gesture to you here.
Sits in her chair, and she's just very gently rocking back and forth as she looks at the fire, very gently.
Does she take the tea at all?
She doesn't move at all, just sitting there.
Here, do you need any help drinking the tea at all? No.
She doesn't seem to visibly react, just gently rocking in her chair.
I'll
fine.
act as if I am just having this thought come into my head, and I'll say, I think I can find a way for us to communicate a little bit better. I'll try it and see if you respond, and I would love to help you drink this tea. And I'll do my thing for.
You're gonna use your psychic link.
Yep, for 5 hours.
You're
damn
linked to
it.
Grammy Mel for 5 hours.
The one time.
Yeah. So you lay a gentle hand on Grammy Mel, and you form your psychic link.
Before I mentally think, I'll say, shortly you're gonna hear my voice, but you're not gonna see my mouth move. And if you are so inclined to respond, I will hear what you are saying
Well, as
in your.
soon as you lay your hand on Grammy Mel and form your psychic link, you hear in your mind, "Thank heavens, young man, I've been waiting for someone like you to come to town for years now."
I am
Yes, yes.
I'm slightly visually shocked.
Outwardly, she just is still sitting in her chair, just rocking gently, looking at the fire, not moving, not reacting.
A fucking huge smile comes over my face, and I say, "This is incredible." Grammy Bell, how are you?
"Oh, how do you think I am, young man? I've been stuck in this damnable chair for 12 years.
Is it the chair?
Would you prefer to not be stuck in the chair?
She just needed to be
I'm
moved this whole
just
time.
waiting out my days until these old bones can finally be laid to rest."
Oh. Well, do you want some of this tea that I got for you?
"Oh, that would be lovely, young man. You will have to help me drink it, though, if you don't mind."
I don't mind at all. Do you like it this hot, or do you want me to cool it down?
"Oh, scalding is just fine, young man. That's the way I used to drink."
Okay. I will go to administer the tea.
Yeah, you hold a teacup up to Grammy Mel's lips, and when you put the teacup to her lips, you notice a very slight movement. She just barely parts her lips for the teacup, and you can gently pour it into her mouth, and she drinks the tea. "Ah,
Awesome.
that's lovely, young man. Absolutely lovely. Did Broderick make that tea?"
No, I actually got that from that Joker in the spa.
That is Broderick.
Oh yes, Broderick. Yeah, I was kind of confused for the bartender. Yes, Broderick did make that.
He's a strange one, that young man. A little bit queer, if you ask me, but that's just my opinion.
The things she's seen.
I think many might share that opinion, actually.
But he does make a good pot of tea, and for that, I can be grateful.
Yeah.
What is it I can do for you, young man? I assume that you needed something from Grammy Mel for you to use such a wondrous power on her?
Well, honestly, this has been quite surprising. I didn't think that it would actually go like this, but I'm quite relieved and quite happy, to be honest. But I won't bullshit you. I'm sure you've heard enough of that in your lifetime. There is a grim circumstance that has happened to the guy who used to clean around here.
Oh, young Gavor, yes, I was here when they took him away. Such a shame, he was such a nice young man. He didn't hurt that girl, there's no chance.
I take it you saw him cleaning that night that girl went missing?
Oh, yes, I did. He was quite lovely. He was cleaning up the hall, taking the dishes to the galley like he always does. Even brought me a blanket to cover my legs before he went to bed for the evening. Such a nice young man, that Gavor. It's such a shame what's happened.
Well, we're hopefully going to find a way to get him out of the predicament that he's in, although he does feel quite bad about it. Did you happen to notice that young girl leave that evening without anybody or with
Oh,
somebody?
yes. She snuck down in the middle of the night, walked right past my chair. She was wearing a swimming outfit, I believe.
Hmm.
But no, she wasn't with young Gavor at the time. Gavor had already gone to bed. It was quite late in the evening, and, well, judging by the temperament of that girl's parents, I dare to say they had no idea she was absconding in the night. Oh, I remember when I was her age, the adventures I used to get up to be a young woman again. But I suppose it didn't pay off for the girl, did it?
Not exactly. Did you happen to hear her murmur anything or say anything as she walked by you?
Well, no, but I did hear her and young Gavor conversing by the fireplace one night, and he mentioned something about showing her his special spot.
Uh, yes, yeah, the waterfall. He did bring that up. That's the assumption so far. Some of the rest of my group did go off and try to investigate that. Did you like Alphonse's piano playing the other day when he did that?
Oh, yes, that young man is quite talented. There's nothing like a nice melody to breathe some life back into these old bones. Although, regrettably, my cursed body only seems to allow me the slightest of movements ever since I had that episode a few years back.
Was it like a
Stroke.
stroke, or was it like a medical thing?
I'm no doctor, young man. I was taken by the shakes in the middle of the night, and when they subsided, I found myself a prisoner in my own body. My
Oh.
son has done his best to care for me over the years, but when he had to leave town, he left me in the care of this snake woman. She's abiding by the agreement the two of them made, but only by the barest of minimum margins.
Wait, did you just say snake woman?
Oh, yes. That woman, Yinta, is not what she seems to be.
Didn't
Many
we
think her
talk
to
about
just be human with some sort of exotic features, but I know the truth. She's a snake, and I don't mean that in the metaphorical sense, Sonny.
A snake woman. Would I know anything about alleged snake women?
You could make either a history or a nature check. Whatever you prefer to do.
I thought we
Guess what? I'm.
already talked about this.
Somebody definitely recognized exactly what she was, but I can't
Yeah.
remember who.
Oh, did you guys already convey that then?
I
I
would
totally
assume-
forget that.
I would assume
I
that we
feel-
would.
Okay.
Um,
I'll leave that alone then. I won't go through the process. Well, I guess I'll make a nature
Somebody
check just in
definitely
case I roll like
determined
crazy.
that. I remember somebody rolling really well, and they were able to determine that Yintai is what's known as a Yuan Ti pure blood, which
okay.
is basically a humanoid snake person that hails from the continent of Cholt, which is the same place that Umbundi is from.
Okay. Okay. I won't proceed then if you guys already rolled pretty well. Interesting. Have you ever gotten a spa treatment from Broderick? Do you think that would maybe help at all?
Sometimes the young man brings me into the relaxation room and tries to walk me through some sort of meditation exercise or whatever nonsense. I am meditating at all times, young man. Don't you understand? I do not need Broderick to walk me through a meditation exercise. It's all that I'm able to do. This is the first conversation I've had in a decade.
Well, I am happy to be the person to unlock this for you. This has been quite riveting, actually. Do you like anything else besides tea? Do you want like more of a stiff drink or anything, or?
Oh, perhaps. I haven't had a drink in nearly 40 years. Even before my episode, I gave up the drinking, but at this point, it couldn't hurt now, could it?
Did you fancy anything particular?
Oh, whatever you think will breathe some life back into these old bones, young man. You seem like a nice young man. I trust your judgment.
It's getting Granny Mill off the wagon, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of 40-year chips around, just so you know.
I'll go and do that. Is there any way that I'm trying to, because obviously you are one of the only eyewitnesses to corroborate what fucking Gavor said. Are you capable of signing a written statement or anything, or?
I'm afraid not, young man. As I said, I am prisoner in my own body. I haven't been able to move even a finger in over 10 years.
Well, okay. I'll see I'll see what comes from this. My other friends should be getting back here shortly. If it helps at all, if it's cool at all, this is gonna last for 5 hours. So
Oh, I would so love to hear stories that you have from the outside world, young man, if you'd be willing to tell me of your travels and your life. As I said, this is the first conversation I've been able to have for so long.
yeah, I'll go
What
and
about your sister?
I'll go and get Grammy Mill. I don't know, some whiskey or something.
Get her a shot of whiskey.
Yeah. And I'll bring it over to her, and I'll just recant stories of what we've seen so far with the fucking dragon cult and shit. And
You help Grammy Mel drink the whiskey in the same way that you helped her drink the tea, and when she drinks it, she goes, "Oh my! Now that's enough to put some fire into an old woman's belly." Thank you, young man. She seems to love it, and she listens with rapt attention to your stories, asking follow-up questions. You've never had a more captive audience to a story. And she's just hanging on your every word, and she seems to be immensely enjoying your company as you talk about everything. And about 20 minutes into you doing that, the gang walks into the lodge.
they will absolutely find me sitting crisscross
This is
applesauce in this exact spot, like not saying anything with my lips, but like talking with my hands.
Yeah.
Very Italian in nature.
Fantano, all right?
I'll be so invested in the story I don't even notice them come in.
So we'll walk up to Fantano and regurgitate everything that happened.
Oh, yeah, it definitely wasn't Gavor. I'm gonna refer to her as Lady Mel's now. Yeah, he went to bed, and that little girl definitely snuck out in some type of a swimming attire, and
Right, she got killed by a bear.
She didn't get killed by a bear, Tom. We went over that. Remember?
I mean, the bear could have drowned her, right?
Was she
No, I
wearing
don't
the
think-
swimming attire in the morgue or whatever area?
Now that you asked that, yes, she was. But her clothing looked very tattered and damaged, so it was kind of hard to tell that in the moment.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready to go off if you guys are.
Yeah, we found that cave and there was a bear. Oh wait, we already talked to him. We said that, I guess. We regurgitated it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll get up from sitting crisscross applesauce. Bid adieu to Lady Mel's and say that.
Do your best to help young Gavor, young man, if you can, and if you could promise me something.
Yes.
Before you go from town, do you have the ability to do this ability again?
Yeah, actually, I can do it on a daily basis.
Please, before you go, just speak to me one more time. Do an old woman a kindness.
Yeah, of course. This has been quite. This is almost the nicest thing I've experienced in the last 2 weeks. So yeah.
Oh, you flatter an old woman.
We're all like right here.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah, but as soon as I met up with you guys, everybody started dying.
Everybody started dying before you met up with us.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess it's kind of our job to stop the dying, huh?
Yeah.
Best we can.
Like I said, I think we're close.
Well,
Wait till Grammy Mel realizes it's a mile range and she can talk to you the whole time you're in the cave.
You guys TPK and you're just like, Grammy Mel, we're dying.
I'm not gonna be able to make it back.
Grammy Mel, you gotta call for help. You gotta stand up.
He says that speech that Captain America gives.
The only person
first
that
movie.
knows you guys are in trouble in the cave is a paralyzed old woman.
Oh God.
So
Probably
good.
tell
And
something.
now she's a drunk, paralyzed old woman.
Well, let's start with clearing Gavor's name then, I suppose. Shall we?
Gonna go get Alphonse from the governor's mansion.
Yeah, we want Alphonse.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, he's been there the whole time. I thought he was with you guys.
No.
Fuck. Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
But making sure
All
that
right, you
nobody
could,
kills this guy.
Jesus. Yeah, and we'll tell Steve to watch the parents and shit.
Yeah, Steve
Mhm.
can definitely keep an eye on them for you while you do that. While all this has been going on, Alphonse, have you been doing anything with Gavor, or have you just been sitting quietly with him?
Kind of just been talking to him. I know that the written, well, the copied, doc, what was it? The documentation that he
His
was gonna send
notes
off.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
A
Yeah.
copy of the lead investigator's report would have been brought to you while you were down there. Skimming through it would have mostly just relayed to you a more roundabout and colored up report of everything he conveyed to you about what he did to investigate the murder. A couple more detailed eyewitness accounts, character reports from Dubor, Mr. Sienta, Anissa, the parents of the victim, things like that. Nothing too groundbreaking in the report that you didn't already know just from talking to him.
Did anything stand out from Yinta's perspective as well?
Yinta basically reported that she hired Gavor because she believed him to be an honest and hardworking individual, and that his appearance might intimidate anybody intending to do harm to the lodge. And so she kept him around for primarily those two reasons, and also because he seemed to be relatively loyal to her personally, and that she never expected this sort of behavior out of him, and that the incident is clearly a result of her failure to judge his character.
Okay, wow. Okay, so she does take some responsibility. Okay.
So she took responsibility for not recognizing that he could be a threat.
Right.
She basically ate the blame for that.
Okay. Does it say anything about him going up? Because obviously, in that whole thing, I would assume Gavor would have been like, I told her about the secret spot, or maybe he. Did you tell? I'm gonna ask Gavor. Did you tell him about the secret spot?
No,
Why not?
secret spot is secret. Gavor no tell.
Yeah, but like if they knew how slippery and dangerous it was, you know. Why? And was it dangerous because there was like animals in the cave or anything like that?
He shrugs. Gavor never see any animals, but rocks get wet from waterfall, become slippery, hard to see at night.
And this is a cave. Like, it's a cave. What's
Yes,
so special about this cave?
Big glowing crystals, glowing plants, very pretty. Gavor liked to spend time there after he is done
Glowing
working for day.
Plants?
He nods.
Can I do an Arcana check with that information?
You could do an Arcana check, yeah.
Alright. This goddamn app.
With an 8, not too many things come to mind. The light cantrip would definitely make something glow. Maybe dancing lights. There's definitely a few spells, simple spells, that could be used to make something glow, but you're not sure that that would be applicable to the situation.
Well, I would have known at least about some sort of glowing plants from being in the Underdark for so long. But
Yep. As an Underdark resident, you would definitely have seen a lot of bioluminescent plants and mushrooms in your time. But you did
But
not
why
make a
they're
nature
here?
check. You made an Arcana check.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Duh.
So,
Okay. I don't think I have any other real questions. I'm kind of worried about leaving him alone though. That's the only thing.
Why?
Well, okay. Well, this is. I'll talk about it when we get all together.
okay. So over the course of the few hours, if you're just asking him questions about his life and everything, over time, you'd be able to tease some details out of him. You basically would learn that he was born to a human mother, never knew his father, who was presumably either a half orc or a full orc, and that they lived in Crag Falls. He worked on a farm for a long time, but after his mother became ill and someone else took over the farm for them, they didn't want him working on the farm anymore because they didn't trust him. And so he basically wandered around town not knowing what to do. When Yinta came to town to purchase the lodge, she saw him one day in the marketplace and she asked him to come work for her. And she'd taken relatively decent care of him. He always had a roof over his head and food in his belly. And so he's been relatively loyal to her over the years. And he doesn't know why she distrusts him suddenly in this incident. And he feels a little bit hurt and a little bit betrayed by that.
Oh, okay. Where does she live?
The mistress
Yeah.
in the lodge.
Oh, so she lives in the
She
lodge.
owns lodge.
Hmm. Do you know? And you live in the lodge too, right?
He nods. Used to sleep in kitchens, warm next to ovens.
Hmm. Do you know? Do you happen to know if she stayed in her room that night?
Probably. Did not see her leave.
Okay, just curious.
Never asked questions about mistress business. Always lots of important people come to see mistress.
From around the lands?
People in expensive clothes, men and women, elves, dwarves, humans, even some races Gavor does not recognize.
Does she ever talk about, why these people are meeting with her, other than they want to stay at a nice lodge?
Not to me.
Hmm. I'm wondering if the girl stumbled onto something she shouldn't have. Did you ever go? Well, I can't really ask that. I don't know anything about it.
Well, been a few hours at this point, and
Yeah.
the gang would, whoever comes to retrieve you, would probably make an appearance at the governor's mansion. And you would hear the door to the prison area open, and whoever came to get you would come down.
Alphonse,
Yeah.
there's a cave that we have to investigate. They found a bear, but they're curious about something else.
Hmm.
Sounds like it might be dangerous.
It is dangerous.
I assume you're gonna
Yeah,
need
I'm
my
here
help, huh?
too.
My only concern with leaving Gabra
Gabor.
Gabor here alone is if somebody's trying to pin this on him, they'll come for him tonight. So there's no loose ends type of thing,
Doesn't it just kind of seem like a general bigotry from Darius?
I think it's more of a loose end if they assassinate him in.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a particular one person who's pinning it on him. I just think that they chose the person in the village who probably has the
fit the
least
bill.
amount of alibi and the least amount of ability to defend himself verbally.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Um.
Also, we know that he didn't do it. Lady Mel's exonerated him.
You got her to talk?
But, well, yeah, in a way. She liked her playing on the piano the other day.
Oh, that's good to hear. I like that. I did see her rocking a little bit faster.
Yeah, she's also a whiskey fan, I guess.
Hell yeah.
40 years sober.
So they probably told me about the cave too, I guess. I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
All right, definitely something that we gotta check out. All right, I'm in.
Wait, while we're here, we should. Gavor.
Oh.
We found your cave. And there's a like a little tunnel that you can squeeze through. Looks like Sylvia found her way down that tunnel. You know anything about that?
He looks at you and he blinks and he seems a little confused and he goes, "Cave has opening."
Yeah, other than the main one, obviously, there's a cave. You know, when you walk in, you go to the left. There's some crystals. You can squeeze past the crystals, and there's a tunnel that leads further into the cave.
He shakes his head. He goes, "No, Gavor never go further than big glowing plant."
All right. Definitely want to roll insight just in case.
Yeah, that's fair.
You still don't trust this half
God
orc, do
damn
you?
it, dude. No. I just
He seems you can't really tell if he's being sincere or not.
Probably just a dirty
roll
half
too.
orc.
I believe him.
Nope.
Yeah, all of you are having a hard time discerning his motivations.
All right. I believe him. Let's get going, Alphonse.
Let's do
The
it.
night's coming. I want to be in and out of there before the night hits.
It is indeed starting to get late in the day, as the sun is beginning to set. You guys can make your way back up to the cave unless anyone else has something they want to do.
I think that's it.
Now let's get up to that cave, baby.
And back up to the cave you get. Now as one united party, which may be a much better idea.
Yes.
When you come back through the cave, though, as you squeeze through, you notice that the corpse of the bear is gone, as well as any sign of blood or viscera on the ground
Oh, I
from the
want
result of
that.
what you did. Their dirt is still disturbed, though, from your struggle.
How'd the
Where's-
blood go away?
Where's the bear that you said that you killed?
I needed that.
It was right here. Where the scuffle is? Do I see like tracks from the bear still?
Yep. Definitely.
I look at the spot that the
I see
bear was
our
dead.
tracks.
Is there an arrow anywhere?
Can anybody
have
here
collected the
see
arrow.
invisible things at all?
No.
I don't.
No.
I don't think you know how invisible works.
That's actually pretty funny, actually. Can anybody see
Bro,
invisible
you just got fucking toasted by Tom.
Are you guys sure you
it's-
can't
it's
see
a-
invisible
It's a
things?
magic thing. Some people can cast a spell. They'll do that.
Oh.
Sometimes a spell, sometimes a item.
So you guys needed us for this?
Wait, can I have true sight with my Eagle's Gaze medallion.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, an item.
True sight?
Would you look at that?
Aramir, you want to look through that little medallion or what?
Yeah, I can look through the medallion. Hold on, let me pop it really quick.
Oh.
I
All
have,
these people with
passive
items just
perception.
finally realizing it.
Yeah, I don't usually have those. Thanks, dude. Cool. Passive perception becomes 20. I gain true sight within 15 feet for 1
Holy
minute.
shit. Do you see anything?
Alright. Yeah, when you pop that medallion, Aramir, as you channeled the power of the Eagle's Gaze medallion, you still don't see the bear, but you do start to notice that floating around you, particularly concentrated around the plants, around the pond, just to your north there, you can see little glowing green spirits floating around in this cave all over the place, and they seem to be existing on the astral plane all around you.
I walk
Just
around.
filling the air.
Is it clustered around like the plants up here?
They're all over the place, but they seem mostly concentrated around the plants and the other aspects of nature in the cave.
You guys see me looking at these stuff, and I fill you guys in what I'm looking at exactly.
Oh, that's got to be
can
good
I-
for Musk.
Can I make a check to see what they are?
Yeah, what kind of check do you want to make?
Probably a nature check.
Okay.
I would like to help you if I could.
Yeah, these.
I am proficient in nature.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a
Nice.
12.
With a 12, you're not 100% sure what you're looking at here, Aramir, but they seem to be some sort of nature spirit of some sort. You don't really know. You've never seen anything quite like this before.
Alright. I relay what I'm looking at to Tom, and he can probably like help me figure out that it's a nature spirit.
Some
But
sort.
that's all I got.
They don't seem
Nature
very
spirit.
powerful. They seem like very little minor spirits.
I wonder if they're all here for a reason.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe they're
Yeah.
the things that are keeping the plants alive or like cultivating this stuff.
I think it might be possible it'll take me approximately 1 week to figure this out.
Why are you so sure about that?
I don't know. I just got a feeling.
I don't mean to rain on the parade here, but I don't think we have a whole week.
Something tells me we do.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
Gavor's gonna be executed in a couple days.
He might be
I think it'll-
executed
I
like
think it'll work
tomorrow.
out. I feel like we'll get like a week's worth of knowledge and like lickety split.
I don't get it.
I just think we're probably gonna end the session soon.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Probably.
I missed
Probably.
that.
Oh man, there seems to be a pretty good spot, coming up where we can probably end the session,
I
isn't
want
there?
to. I'll lead the group. Do I have to pop another Eagle's Gaze medallion to walk?
You have it for a minute, so.
Okay. Well, it's still active. I want to
Yeah.
walk down this corridor.
Yep, you're definitely able to keep that up, and you can see that there appear to be even more of the minor natural spirits floating around in the air nearby. You don't see any nefarious hidden creatures or any traps or anything like that as you're walking with your dirty 20 passive perception. It seems
Nice.
to be relatively safe to walk through this tunnel.
Yeah, I remember we got to a spot where there was light shining.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just
the
holding
lights
on
through here.
to Leon's hand.
What's up
As you
north?
come around this corner, Aramir, you can see that the spirits become even more plentiful, and there are dozens of them dancing through the air at the entrance to this cave. And you can see that it seems quite bright in here, and a little breeze comes down the tunnel in your direction, and you sniff, and it just smells like a beautiful forest grove. Fresh air, fresh trees, plants, flowers. Smells like pure nature.
Mm.
Tell everyone that, and I'm
Oh, I can smell it. It smells nice.
gonna step out and take a look.
You walk into what can only be described as a small underground forest, as there are beautiful trees, and you have to stop dead in your tracks there. As you can see nature all over. Within 15 feet of you, you can see these minor natural spirits. And standing in the center of the grove, you can see a tall being that seems to be made of plants. As she rises to her feet from amongst all of the trees, she turns towards you, and you can see that her hair is made of rustling leaves, her dress is made of rustling leaves, and her hands seem to be made of living foliage as she spreads them wide. And she speaks in an echoing voice that rings through the cavern, and only the people who speak Elvish would be able to understand her as she says, "Interlopers, why is it that mortals must come and sully these lands, destroy the natural spirits that inhabit the beauty of these mountains? Time and time again you infringe upon my lands, and time again Elitharia, the great dryad, grants you grace and allows you to continue living your pitiful, destructive lives. But now you tread upon my very sanctum, my place of safety, and you shall pay for your transgressions." And next time we play, we will roll for initiative. As she's
Wow.
going to attack you
Oh,
guys.
shit.
That's dope. Cool.
Damn.
I'm
That's
gonna,
neat. I like that.
I'm gonna poke
like all that
Aramir's shoulder and be like, "Hey, what did she just say? She's talking nonsense."
She gonna kill us,
She wants to
bro.
kill us, man.
Oh, I
Oh.
heard every word she said.
Could you make sense of it?
Oh, yes.
Oh
Tom
shit.
speaks Elvish?
Tom speaks Elvish.
Elitharia, the Dryad, who
Oh,
disturbed her
shit.
sanctum.
Wait,
Nice.
what? You can make
Tom?
sense of that?
Tom speaks Elvish, dude.
Well,
Hey.
Elitharia is the one that was okay with it. The goddess Elitharia was okay with it, but she's not. Is that what she said?
She identified herself as Elitharia, the
She-
Dryad.
She okay. What was the goddess that she mentioned that she was upset
She
with?
didn't.
Oh, I thought she said.
No, she's just up with mortals.
Right, I thought she said time and time she like somebody. Never mind.
Yeah, mortals.
I
Yeah,
wasn't paying attention. I heard the mortals part, but I thought
yeah. We're time and
It's-
time again. We're the ones that have encroached on our land.
right, but I thought before that there were like the sentence before that she said something about so and so put up with it, and now we're encroaching on it.
I think she was talking about herself in the third person, saying that she
Right. Okay,
was
that makes
fine
sense.
with the people around her, but now we're encroaching on her land,
Yeah,
and now she's all pissy.
It's gonna be
I do
sweet.
too.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Later, boys.
Later,
Later, fellas.
dudes. Good
Yeah.
Yeah,
shot.
good one.
Good
It's good to be
session.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
back, baby.
Later.
Later.
Later,
Later.
boys.